Today we celebrate and honor the life and legacy of Congressman John Lewis. Congressman Lewis was an inspiration to so many people, including myself growing up. A man whose integrity and values guided every step he took in the pursuit of justice. He was strong, he was compassionate, and he spoke with conviction and certainty when he saw something that wasn't right. Indeed, he would get in a lot of good trouble, as he called it, standing up for what he knew was wrong. His resilience in the face of adversity is what built his legacy as a student organizer, a congressman, and an American hero. As a result of his work, he became a moral leader and, as was mentioned, the conscience of the United States Congress, earning respect from colleagues across the aisle and across the world. Congressman Lewis, the son of sharecroppers, was born on February 21st, 1940, outside of Troy, Alabama. He dedicated his life to studying methods for nonviolent protest, which began his involvement in the sit-ins in restaurants and public places in the movements in the South. In 1961, he became one of the 13 freedom riders that openly challenged segregation in interstate southern bus terminals. Over time, he began to see that his changes and his efforts were working, and he decided to continue that journey in politics and in policy. During the height of the Civil Rights Movement from 1963 to 1966, Congressman Lewis was named chairman of the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, or SNCC, which helped organize student activism in the movement and sit-ins across the country and across the South. He was the youngest speaker at the 1963 March on Washington, number 6 in the line, alongside Dr. King and so many others. Indeed, it's a great loss today that he was the last remaining living speaker from that program who's no longer with us. So an end of an era and the responsibility to recommit, fight for jobs and for freedom that March was all about. In his autobiography, he wrote, "Freedom is not a state, it's an act. It is not some enchanted garden perched high on a distant plateau where we can finally sit down and rest. Freedom is the continuous action we must all take, and each generation must do its part to create an even more fair, more just society." What a charge to all of us today, in the midst of multiple pandemics, that we would take up his mantle and work each day to make our society more fair and more just. On a personal note, I want to thank Congressman Lewis for his mentorship and support. He didn't have to do it. He did it for so many. Given his stature, he reached back. Countless stories I know of people on the Hill and others that he had mentored, taken time to meet with and support and smile and be patient and be kind, no matter who you were. And that's another lesson I take from him today. We mourn your loss, but remember your legacy, and thank you for your service. And we commit to continuing to get into good trouble. Rest in peace, Congressman John Lewis.